Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of the Azimuth. Today we're going to be talking about a problem with with Tankery itself. So there's been a problem with Tankery, and I mean a lot of people have just had their stuff wiped for no reason. Now, it's not explained why it was wiped, and Greg keeps on saying that he's going to fix it, and he never does. He never fixes it. Now, it's either because he's busy, that's the most likely explanation, and the most unlikely explanation is that he doesn't care. Now, the likelihood of him not caring, some people say that he doesn't care one bit. I kind of disagree with that, because I mean, yeah, I know it seems like he doesn't care, but he's only one person making these tanks, so you've got to take that into consideration. So the next thing I want to talk about is there's somebody who's going to leave Tankery. Greg, you might know this person. Sharkman326. He's going to quit Tankery forever. He's talked to me on Discord and he has said he's had enough. The reason why he's quitting is because he has had most of his stuff wiped. He's lost his MBT, he's lost all of his premium, he's lost all of his time, credits, everything has just been wiped. Now, I don't see how that can be fair. I see no explanation why that's fair, and why Greg can't just simply just give his stats back. Now, the thing is that is when you lose your stuff, it is really difficult, and you just feel like giving up. But a lot of people have actually lost their leopards, and they're going to have to grind through it again, and I feel so sorry for them, because that grind is painful. It is so painful. That grind took me 3 months to get the leopard. 3 months. And I'll tell you something, it's not worth it. This tank is not worth the grind. Not until things change on it. It's not really worth it. Another thing is that with people's accounts being wiped on Tankery, they are losing their stuff. And Greg, I'm gonna side with Greg here, and because he's one man. He's not like World of Tanks or Wargaming. He's not like that where there's hundreds of people working on one game. He's one person. And Sharkman has just said also to mention I might return if he does fix his game. Now I have to point out there, Sharkman, if you're watching, I totally agree with you, but you got to take into consideration that he is just one man, and it's obvious that he didn't expect his game to explode like this. And most of it is my fault, because when I came on the scene, games started exploding. Yeah, I will take the blame for that, because it's obvious that it's taking Greg a bit of time to you know, add tanks, fix things like that. And I totally understand that. I really do understand that. But I think the number one priority right now, Greg, if you're watching this, please give people back their stuff. Like, give them the tanks they used to own. Give them the credits. Give them the gold back. Because it is just not fair. It really is not fair. For example, I had a friend on Water Tanks PC. His account got wiped for some unknown reason, and a week later he had all of his tanks back that he owned. He had all of his silver, all of his gold back, and he was really happy. He was really happy. He kept on playing the game and everything like that. Greg, you need to follow the same path. You need to give some people their stuff back, because they've worked hard for it. They have worked non-stop to get the tanks that they've wanted. And if you're not really going to listen to them, unfortunately, you're going to start losing players. Now, I'm not saying you're a bad player or a bad person. Obviously, you're working on tanks, and that is totally understandable. I completely understand that. You're working on tanks, and I think that is a wonderful idea. You work on tanks, you bring new tanks in, you keep people interested to that. But maybe it's time to bring people their accounts back. So that's one thing you need to take into consideration, is just give people, you know, something back. So, I mean, when you give the people their stuff back, then they may even play more because they've got their stuff back. They may come back to the game. They may, it'll be a much better environment. But right now, it's just not working out. It really is not. I mean, a couple of my friends, they've had their accounts wiped on Tankery, and it's upsetting, really. It really is upsetting to see them work so hard for it, and yet it's just gone in a blink of an eye. So, I mean, it's like you need to just give some people back their stuff. I know I don't understand scripting, okay? I have no idea in scripting. I don't know how hard it is. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very hard, but I don't know how difficult it is. But people are just upset right now, because they've lost their tanks, they've lost their gold. Gold is the hardest thing to get right now. It is so difficult to get, because it's rare. Gold is rare, and the reason why it's rare is because when you kill a tank that's about 2 tiers lower, you don't get gold for it. But when you kill a tank that's 1 tier lower, you get gold for it. You don't really meet that many tanks that are 1 tier, all the same tier as you, and that causes a problem. Oh, that's friendly. So I think the thing that needs to happen, the thing that needs to happen is that you're gonna need to give people back their stuff. That should make people happy again, because it's becoming a big problem. There are hundreds of people that have lost all their stuff, and it's like you're not listening to them. It's either that or you're very busy. If you're very busy, I completely understand. I completely and utterly understand if you're busy. But I mean, can you just give people back their stuff? Like, seriously, I mean, I know the grind, I know how painful it is. It must be so upsetting to lose your MBT. It really must be. Just give it back. Just give their tags back. Give their stuff back. Because it's just not fair right now. They need their stuff back. So, I mean, if you give it back, they should become happy again. And if they become happy again, they may even start paying for gold and start doing this and that. And if they do that, you get Robux, and it goes in a loop. And if you get Robux, you can put in more tanks, you can fix things, you can make the armor system better. And it loops around, it loops, over and over and over again. And it's a good old thing that it loops. But if you're just not gonna listen to people, then that loop is broken. It will snap. That loop will break. And unfortunately, that loop is about to snap. So I don't know. I really don't know. So I just thought I'll just show you guys a bit of gameplay while I talk about this issue, because because I've had a lot of people message me and say, you know, can you put this in a video, explain about it, like tell people about this issue, because the issue, it's getting worse and worse. It is getting so bad now that hundreds of people have lost their stuff. Hundreds of people have lost their stuff. And Greg, you have responsibility to make people happy. And right now, people are not happy. People have lost their stuff. If you're busy, then I mean, just do the stuff. I mean, put new tanks in. Make it exciting for people, and then get onto the most crucial part. Bring people's stuff back, because from my knowledge, my knowledge in knowledge, people have been asking to bring the stuff back, and I've even had Sharp. He's even said to me that he's just had enough of it. He's had enough of the bubble with Tankery. He's had enough of his stuff getting deleted, and he's going to quit. And to be honest, I was at that point until things started to turn around. But now I can see that I understand that Greg is only a one-man person. I understand 110%. But I mean, come on, seriously. Do you really need to ignore people? I mean, just even saying to people like, I understand your concerns, and I understand that you've lost your stuff, and I will try my hardest to bring it back. That's all you need to say, and then people will understand that you are busy with stuff, and then you won't need to flabble dabble around stuff anymore. Wow, okay. But it's just, it's not that hard. Just explain to people, like, if you're busy, just say to people, look, I'm busy making tanks, adding new tanks in. If you don't mind, just wait for a bit. I'll add new tanks in, and then I'll focus on, uh, giving back your tanks, giving back your credits, giving back your experience. I'll focus on that. That's what you need to say. And if you're not gonna say that, the people are gonna get more and more upset. They're gonna get more and more frantic. They're gonna get more and more tired of all the same problems, and your game is going to, it's gonna degrade. It will degrade itself. You need to explain to people what's going on. I don't know. Make an update board on your Tankery Discord about problems. Yeah, there's probably already one, but you just explain to people, like, if you're busy making tanks, just explain to them, like, I'm busy making tanks. Once I have the tanks in, I'll focus on bringing your accounts back. That should make people actually think twice and think, like, hang on a minute, he's working on tanks, let's give him a couple weeks, see if he brings our stuff back. And if we get our stuff back, we'll carry on playing. But if you're not going to explain it, you're going to get a nasty surprise. And that surprise is coming up fast. But once you explain it, people should understand that you are busy with making tanks or fixing stuff or updating stuff, and then they will understand. I mean, it's that easy, really. So, I mean, I don't know. So it's like, I know people have lost their stuff, and I really do feel for those people, and I think that it is absolutely horrific that they've lost their stuff. They've lost all the time that they've done. They've lost everything. And I know their frustration. I know your frustration, and I do feel your frustration. But you need to understand that Greg is a one-man army.